Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. In this video, we have some balance changes coming to the game, some that I kind of expected, one that kind of sucks, and another, is it really a rework? Or what are they calling it? A reversion? A revision? I don't know, but we're going to talk about it right after this. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel, you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So we got some new balance changes coming to the game, and they were pretty well expected. With this lunar theme here, I thought this was pretty cool. Seeing how Lunar Toro is coming into the game, that gives us 3 lunar heroes, 3 lunar toons, so we can expect a 4th, I'm sure. Maybe this is going to be a continuing theme throughout many years to come, so we'll have a huge roster of lunar-themed toons. But by doing that, they really needed to be reworked as well because they didn't really mesh well together. There wasn't much synergy, so they did come up with an overarching theme of what the lunar team is going to do. So we have that new lunar theme there, and they said it's really going to be a debuff-heavy team. So we're going to be doing a ton of debuffs here, which is cool. Always like debuffing. So let's see what's going to be done here. So let's talk about Master Speedy rework here. So Southern Viper Stripe, his basic attack is going to deal 110% damage to target enemy, inflicting speed down for 2 turns. Again, speed down is always great. The more you can slow the opponent down, and the more attacks that you get in, is really going to help you win that battle, right? You have just more of a chance there. Plus, if Ascended, he's got Ascension now. They did write this up here. I thought this was pretty cool. The Ascension mechanic there from Lunar Petunia. It looks like it's going to Master Speedy as well. If Ascended, reduce the cooldown of Soaring Crater technique by 1. What is Soaring Crater technique, you ask? Well, it says right here. Deal 140% damage to target enemy, inflicting 4 speed down for 2 turns. If Ascended, stun that target. So we got speed downs, we've got stuns, which is great. His passive here, this toon has plus 25% dodge chance, which is great. Whenever an enemy attacks this toon, it inflicts the attacking enemy with speed down. So this is really key for this toon here. Whatever, chi. There we go, the chi, the R-chi. Right there, this toon has 10% attack for each debuff on its target, which is great. Increase that damage with the more debuffs. With this being such a debuff-heavy team, he's going to do some pretty good damage, I think. We already talked about Soaring Crater. School of the Serpent there, a passive once per turn. Whenever a lunar team member, so anybody, hits an enemy with speed down, you're going to have speed down across the board. You're going to gain that attack up there. The 4th time this happens, this toon ascends, removing 100% turn meter from all enemies, which is great. So that is really cool. One thing they did talk about up here too, this is a debuff heavy team that is going to fit with control and stall playstyle. So this may be the new stall team. All right, so with that, as the only attacker for now, the new lunar team, Speedy, previously designed to enable single target nukers like Treasure Hunter Tweety, needed to find ascension mechanics of his own, so we saw how that came into play. And then alongside Toro's legendary leadership, which grants bonus attack that scales with each ascended team member. Master Speedy now provides the team speed-based control techniques after unleashing fantastic damage in his ascended state. Bow to your new sensei. All right, so Master Speedy's looking pretty cool. And then we go, so when we take a look at this, so we have Toro, who's going to be our defender. We've got our attacker here. We've got support, right, with Lunar Petunia. So I'm assuming we're probably going to have another attacker next year. So we'll see. We'll see when next year comes around. That's a whole year away. So we got a buff here. So this was a complete rework. We got a buff to Lunar Petunia. And this was Lunar Blessing, so activated 1 turn cooldown, gain 100% turn meter, granting your team 1 of each stat up for the rest of battle. If Ascended, cleanse your team of a random debuff. So she was pretty much used to build out the rest of the team, I think. Because she didn't really get much. She got a little bit of a buff there. And then they're basing everything around that Ascension mechanic, right? So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to get this team and play around with it. I can never wait to play around with new teams and new mechanics. It's always fun. All right. So that is your lunar team there. Lunar Toro's coming out. We're going to see him fairly soon. I think it's tomorrow, right? We're going to see him tomorrow, and then we'll see what his kit looks like and everything. We unfortunately didn't get any information to get out early, so you're watching this tomorrow morning as of the recording of this video. So you can go in, you can see he's probably in the roster by now, and you can go ahead and see what his kit looks like. Anyway, let's go down to Nova. Nova right here. So a rework with her, and I know this breaks a lot of people's hearts because they put a lot of time and effort into Nova Bunny. She was fantastic. They already did an immediate change to her 1-turn healing and made that a 2-turn healing now. And they did some pretty massive changes here, turning her into much more of a support toon than the support attack, the support damage toon that she is. So temperamental, passive, whenever an enemy hits this toon, inflict that enemy with 3 damage over time for 2 turns. Pyrozania here, activated 2-turn cooldown, grants all allies 3 attack up, so great, another support mechanic there. Increase the damage of your team for 2 turns, dealing 100% damage to all enemies. And then you have the Nova Burst. Once per battle, whenever a villain team member falls below 30% max health, and this toon is not incapacitated, gain 5 attack up for the rest of the battle, and use Cosmic Reconstruction. So I'm just going to read this because they put it very well as far as what they tried to do here. They're saying, look, a healer focused on damage over time will always be, to some degree, an attacker support hybrid, but one that can solo entire teams of 200k plus. Power above hers is neither. Just, it's broken. Nova Bunny clearly did much more than expected, so this rework should bring her unreasonable damage under control, make her behave more like her archetype, and be a better support for that villain's team. So again, she was a fantastic character. All of us who got her early on has been able to play around with her, enjoyed what she did. Now we're going to have to adjust our play style because they said she was broken. I don't know. She was powerful. I liked it, but there were times where you go up against her team and it was just ridiculous. It was dumb. But anyway, so that is it. The skinny is that she's no longer as selfish. Uses her healing ability in emergencies instead of AoE damage, and increases the damage potential of her team's damage over time instead of cleansing them. So, which isn't something villains should do, apparently. And then we have Evil Granny. She's got a nice buff here. Stand in Judgment. Passive. This toon has plus 10% defense for each damage over time in battle, which is awesome. More defense. She has been kind of a squishy tank. I always cringe whenever I do her taunt. But with the increased defense there due to the damage over time, I think that's going to be good. Hasty for her archetype passive. At the start of battle, this toon gains 100% turn meter right away, which is great because then you can get her taunt up similar to Gridiron Gossamer, similar to, well, Foghorn, which just automatically taunts at the beginning of battle. So pretty cool there. So while examining villains as a team, we identified the speed with which Evil Granny blankets the battle with damage over time as a major impediment to her use. We thus did the unthinkable. We gave her Hasty, letting her begin battle with 100% turn meter, and compensated for the lost defense bonus granted by her previous archetype skill. So that whole thing, if you weren't familiar, definitely changed, with a proportional buff to Stand in Judgment. So we'll see how this whole team fits together. We'll see how this villain team gets put together. I think we're still missing a member of this villain team because we have Evil Granny, we have Nova Bunny. Who else do we have? I'm forgetting somebody right now for this evil superhero team. I can't think of it right now. Oh, Archon Elmer. Archon Elmer. So we've got another one coming. I know we do. We have to, so we can round out this team. All right, so now that I don't know what you want to what they call this. A reversion is what they called it. So they reverted Daffy Duck to his previous state, which is great. He gets his crit back, all this cool stuff. Definitely cool that with all the feedback that was given, that they took this to heart and they changed it. They reverted a toon back to what we loved about this toon. Now, for me, again, I've been asked, I don't use Daffy Duck a ton. He's definitely a good toon. He's a fan favorite, but they listened to the feedback and they changed it. But look at this. It says for now. So for now, we can enjoy Daffy Duck in his previous form. But something's going to happen. Eventually, everything changes, right? Nothing stays the same forever. So for now, we get Daffy Duck in all of his former glory. So there we go with that. And then speaking of Daffy, Tourist Daffy here got a little bit of a buff as well. Heal all team members for 90% heal power, cleanse 4 debuffs, and all chili from each Rabbit and Daffy team member. By popular request, it says. So these changes here, I think overall the changes are great. I think it sucks for Nova Bunny, but we'll see how her rework really plays into the team, and maybe it's for the best with the team. And whoever this new villain toon is going to be, whenever we see that toon, maybe it plays a better part with the whole synergy of this team. So, all right, so there are my thoughts. Those are the changes coming to the game. So we should see them soon if they're not already in the game anyway. I haven't checked, but we'll see. All right, so those are my thoughts. I'm really interested in your thoughts as well. Definitely let me know in the comment section below. What do you think of these changes? What do you think of the new Lunar tag and team that's coming? How do you feel? How do you feel about Nova? All right, everybody, that is what I had for you tonight. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.